Hello and welcome to today's free trading video and market analysis. I'm Kenny, your host, Senior Research Analyst with the MiniAnalyst.com. First thing we're looking at is a chart of the market as usual. This is the intraday dynamics that we look at, our proprietary indicators. Here they are, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is a CCI looking at kind of a bit of a choppy day. Had a nice down move earlier in the session. Let's look back over today, Friday, May 23rd, Memorial Day weekend. We see just on the open, we see some bearishness. There's fully bearish on all three of our four indicators right there, bearish, and the close was 729.30, we'll call it, right around 7:30. So all three bearish indications early on the open suggesting a lower move, and then even confirmation with a unanimous decision to have the bears in control with a close of 727.70. So full throttle bearish on the intraday at 727.70. Where do we get within the hour? We're actually down around 720. 718.20 is the low of the session. So a nice quick 10 to 12 point move on the downside based on our proprietary indicators here. Where are we at now? Well, we're just chopping around as expected going into the holiday weekend. Not too many players are wanting to take on any positions, be it short or long side. But it's very interesting things setting up on the daily chart, which we will actually go ahead and look at in a second. But what we see, continued bearishness, fully bearish here, fully bearish here, a little choppy right here and a little choppy right here. But these are our ancillary indicators. These are our two primary indicators, and the CCI of course is choppy as well given the market action. So that's where we've been in the futures market for the last week. Pretty choppy. Look at these moves. These are pretty whippy moves, I'll give you that. And but we do have and it really kind of transcends to the daily chart as well, which we'll go ahead and switch over to right here. If we look at a daily chart of the, we'll clean that up a little bit for you. Daily chart of the S&P 500 cash market, 1380. We had mentioned move above 1420 to 1425 would suggest bullishness, and it looks like we were just never quite able to get above this level of 1420. We did on a couple meager closes right around there, and we finally had the exhaustion day. The bulls were just exhausted trying to get up there, and we had an open at 25, a high of 1440, and a close back at 1425 for a bearish tail reversal on the 19th, which was of course Monday, and really just set the tone for the whole week, being choppy to the downside. And as you can see on a daily perspective, we are certainly on the downside based on the 1425 close. So we're 50 points roughly from Monday's close, almost 50 points, certainly off the low today. Bounced back a little bit, but where are we? Very key measure of trend following support resistance in this blue line, right around 1380. Nice little round number for the S&Ps. They love 1380s and 1440s. They love the 40s and the 80s. So there we are. We go from 40, a high of 1440, and of course noticeably right down to about 1380, 60-point move for the week from high to the current. And where do we stand? Well, technically, we are 50% bearish below 1400, and we're 20% bearish below 1400 for 70% bearish bias, and 30% neutral actually from a technical perspective. From a technical trend following perspective, we are neutral in the intermediate term, which is 30% of our influence, and so they're pretty much an overwhelming bearish bias. Having said that, this doesn't matter that much. We are trying to hold this 1380 level, so we could just be bending it without breaking the trend. We could just be coming down here and testing the trend. This is the be-all, end-all, but it's not very reactionary. So this is kind of a key level, even though we have overwhelming bearishness at this point below 1400. Could snap back, could bounce around from 1375 to 1405. And we could recover. If we do recover and we get back to around 1420 and just go ahead and print another shoulder for a head and shoulders formation, obviously we're going to be back down around 1280 to 1300 for a 100-point move to the downside. But having said that, so there you are. From a price technical perspective, we did have the bearish reversal, and then we had the close below the low of the high day on the following day, the 20th of May. So that brought us to bearish from a price technical perspective. From a trend following perspective, we're overwhelmingly bearish as well. From a momentum perspective, we're bearish. From a directional movement perspective, emerging bearish, intermediate term neutral, and still bullish here. So bit of a choppy environment, as to be expected, because we're just really not able to break out of this range still to this day. So that's where we stand. And from an official market timing perspective, one would argue neutral at this point, trying to hold on to the bullish bias, but from an obvious standpoint, from surface measures, we are overwhelmingly bearish. And having said that, let's look at a couple systems. This is our swing system 5.0. We've really just pointed to this a lot lately because it just really has been nailing most of the turns on the future side. Here we see these beautiful trades back here, just buying and selling and buying and selling and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling and buying. Had a couple of bad trades, a couple of errant trades. Remember, we got stopped out right there, and was a resultant to one bad trade, which actually converged into two bad trades given the stop out. But this was a bad trade, and then right back to winning. Buy, just sell right there, and then buy again, and then another beautiful sell setup right there in the market, selling at 12,893, and here we are at 12,513, so a 400-point gain in just a matter of days in the YM. When was this? This was on the 20th. So 400 points on the downside, participating in the entirety of the move. And as we've mentioned, you can subscribe to this system. If you're interested in just one system, you can subscribe to this system for one lot for $500. Actually, you can trade up to two lots for $500 for 3 months. That is a current special. Just write into admin at MiniAnalyst.com. Go to the website, chat with the support team, say, you know what, I heard about this special for the Swing System 5.0. That really sounds like a great system. I'd love to get involved with that, trading up to two lots, and can I get that special offer of $500 for 3 months, and we'll go ahead and give it to you. But having said that, been a little bit choppy for the rest of our systems. Actually, let's go ahead and switch over to oh, look at those nice winners in the grind. This is trading the ES contract, of course. Another nice winner on the short side today. Still holding on there. But we're going to go ahead and switch over and look because we're running out of time. Right here, we'll just pull up this right here. This is where we've been over the last 16 days for our futures. Very respectable gains for our black portfolio, up 30%. For our swinger DTs, a pretty nice little standout with a gain of 40% on a $30,000 portfolio. We're actually going to talk about a special on that in a second for the Memorial Day weekend. Hope all you guys have some great plans out on the lake this weekend. Start of the unofficial start of summer. And there we have the MAP DT version 2.0. That's gaining 55.5% over the last 16 trading days or what have you. This is our MAFX Enhanced. We're going ahead and starting to track this portfolio, $75,000 portfolio. Three-day gain of $8,300. Now, of course, down from here, these are from our real accounts. Just pulled from our client accounts. MAFX Lite, 57 days, a gain of 257% over 57 days. But so that's where we stand. Very nice gains, even in this market for our futures portfolios. Even in this this rather tumultuous market, just waiting to decide kind of the Democratic primaries, see who's going to see just how really it's going to unfold. And I think we're starting to get some resolution there, so hopefully we'll get a breakout with oil at $130. Probably need to get up to $1.50 to retrace to 100. We'll see. We may top out here and go ahead and start the retracement. That'd really be good for the market. But as you can see, our portfolio still stand the test of time. So there we go. We're actually going to tell you about a special for our Swinger DT, which we saw had gained about 40% over the last few days. And there you go. You can just go to top sellers, Swinger DT, the venerable Swinger DT, which gives you one lot across 13 systems. So very diversified portfolio in some aggressive systems. And I believe you can be trading that for only you can start trading that for about $30,000, $30,000 to $33,000 or something like that. But go ahead and click Add to Cart and go ahead and enter video as your promo code right there, and apply that, and you can save some money there. $3,600. You can go ahead and save some money, and just between you and I, you can apparently do the MFX Lite today. So we're just going to sign off. If you guys have any questions, hope this video has been enlightening, and we will see you next time. Hope you guys have a great weekend.